Session 2 of Day 6 of the 2024 Australian Open is well and truly upon us. It's men's fours action continued, and we are very, very excited for this contest because it is one of the heavyweight teams in this competition. At the team of Mike Carroll, Kevin Anderson, Ryan Burnett and Ryan Bester up against a couple of New South Wales stars skipped by Thomas Webb, the partner of Dawn Heyman, the one and only. Looking forward to this contest. Nick Hine joining myself, Val Febo, as is Andrew Howie, the events manager at Bowls Australia. How are you guys, gents?
Really good to have you here, Val. Really good to be here again. And great to see some of the absolute superstars of our game on and off the rink. I think Tom Webb probably gets his face on the cameras more than anybody. He's Dawn Heyman's #1 supporter. And looking forward to a great contest here between two sides that would have aspirations of getting out of this section, Howie.
Yeah, great matchup, this one. Really looking forward to this. But two quality sides and obviously a formidable team in the combination led by Ryan Bester. We've also got Mike Carroll leading up and followed by Kevin Anderson and Ryan Burnett. But yeah, the St John's Park team, they're obviously going to make them work for it and skipped by Thomas Webb, who's a great player in his own right also. So we can reveal that the Ryan Bester team snuck home in the first round by just 5 shots. But talking just before this game with Ryan Burnett, he said we really had to work for it. They were in front, they got run down, and then came back to beat some of the Swedish players.
Ulla Bakren and Pontus Palmqvist.
Yes. While it was a 7-shot defeat for Team Webb against the New Zealand-Queensland side. So anyone's section still, and with 31 next best qualifiers, we're likely to see plenty of interest in how this section finishes out.
Yeah, good shot there by Ryan. Be happy with that opener. So Ryan Burnett on the mat, down on the backhand.
So Val's is going to adjust that camera. It looks as though it's been knocked. We have swung around. We were playing east-west this morning. We've now gone to north-south, and the way that the cameras are located there, they're a bit more likely, particularly at that end, to be bumped by somebody going past. So he's just going to adjust for us and straighten that up. As we see, a little edge there. Gets behind one. It covers those 2 bowls, Kev Anderson.
So the calls to arrive down the backhand. Land the shot bowl, trail the jack.
And Val's back in no time.
It's very close. What a good shot by Ryan Burnett.
So the jack's been spat out. Jack's been spat out to the side of the rink there. Could be the blue bowl of Mike Carroll holding. But an opportunity here for the skips to show their class. Get one close. Ryan Bester coming off a bit of a freshen up, as we understand. Andrew Harry said he sat out the singles to have spent some time with the family.
Yeah, that's correct. He elected not to play the singles, but as I said, great shot by Bester. Straight into his action straight away, not messing around. Thomas Webb on the mat. Great track. Will he run the journey?
Watching intently, urging it on in front of us. Thomas Webb, it's a mighty effort. Just half a metre he wanted. So we can see the back there of Ryan Burnett. I was into him about making sure that the cameras are left clear, but he has got the new Pine Rivers Pirates shirt on, and he did want us to give that a plug, so he might be standing in front of the camera more than we prefer.
I was about to say, is that a sneak peek at the new Pine Rivers uniform?
Might just be. Looks pretty good.
It's a great-looking shirt. Of course, Ryan Burnett is the bowls manager at Club Pine Rivers, doing a fantastic job there.
So we just see Bess has snuck around the back.
Thomas wasting no time. Just needs a couple of feet on his last.
A couple of feet. He can work in off that bowl of Mike Carroll on the wing there too if he was on the other side. Three down. Here's the call.
So it's a good start for Bester, Carroll, Anderson and Burnett. 3 to them. Another multiple scored in the opening end in both of our matches this morning. We had a 5 first up. Now we've got a 3.
Yeah, the whole momentum of that end changed after Ryan Burnett's bowl trailing a jack back, but showing the class of the Bester lineup. So Mike Carroll on the mat. Mike, of course, is from New Zealand.
And he has said that if they win the 4s, he's going to shout them all a trip to Las Vegas, apparently. Ryan Bester told me this on the right line. He went on air with it. So once you go on air with something, that means it's happening.
Wow.
So a trip to Vegas for the 4 of them.
Gee, we better be careful with what we say today, Valfebo.
Don't make any promises that you can't keep. That's probably the motto of how we do things here. Great to have everybody's company wherever you're watching. Val Febo, Andrew Howie and Nick Hind joining you at the Australian Open.
Great correction here from Mike.
Now, talking about the great the Pine Rivers shirts, the St. John's Park shirts look absolutely sensational. Since they've changed the colouring and the design of them, they look brilliant. The hoodies as well look amazing. And then the Moama stuff, as always, the black and green.
It's very flattering, the Moama stuff, because Kevy's a big unit, but he wears it. He wears it well. He knows he's a big unit. He'll accept that, but he wears it really well.
Yeah, he's not far away here, Kevy. Oh, what a great shot!
Kevin Anderson, one of the funniest men in bowls as well.
Yeah, I was about to say the most likeable bloke in bowls, I reckon. He's a great man, does a wonderful job at Moama Bowling Club, as the bowls manager. We've got a great relationship with obviously Kevy and working hard with the BPL down there, but also with Ryan Burnett and Club Pine Rivers in running the BPL in November up there. So great to see them out and about having a game and enjoying the beautiful sunshine on the coast.
And what Kevy doesn't lack is a bit of humour, as I said. And I had the pleasure of calling the Junior BPL Challenge final with him earlier this year, him and Kylie Whitehead, in the second set. And my God, I've never laughed so hard.
He's very quick-witted, Kevy.
Yes.
And, he does enjoy himself and have a good time. And we see Ryan Burnett shaping up on the forehand here. Looking to just draw another shot. Give it a friend.
Kev Anderson, of course, he spent some time as coach of the Moama Steamers, and one year when they went pretty ordinary, I think he was blaming himself. He had all sorts of different things going on to try to fix things. The rubber bouncy ball going around. He took them for an honesty session one night, and he's had some success though with the club, and they're flying now. Flying's probably the same. Right, well, that bowl there from Steve McPherson just running through.
Yeah, he gave it a chance, but probably just a little quicker than what he wanted. So Burnett, will it hold? It's just going to go across the head. Okay, chance here. He's just got to correct his weight a little bit. Just drawing the shot. A little touch down the line will be to his team's benefit.
So, yeah, the first round, as you said, Nick Hind, we'll wait for this bowl to come down just to give you the rundown of where this section sits.
Oh, you got the ladder up, do you, Val?
Yes,
Very
I
good.
do. So, Carroll, Anderson, Burnett and Bester sit in second behind Ramsey, Hartarini, Hughes and Beasley. He defeated the top team, defeated this team of Billington, McPherson and Webb. And then Bester, his quartet, got over the top of Wright, Palmqvist, Lim and Buckren. David Lim, of course, we streamed earlier this week in the men's singles, nicknamed Limbo. And he's from Bondi. And he also had his mate Pontus Palmqvist playing from Bondi, the Swedish representative, and Ulla Buckren. So both Pontus and Ulla actually today will be playing off after the tournament, or after the AO formalities finish. They will be playing for the Swedish champion of champions. They're the only two bowlers in Sweden, and they'll be playing for the champion of champions. The winner gets a trip to New Zealand later on this year.
Well, that's
fantastic.
That's fantastic, isn't it? Pontus, of course, played with Chloe Morrison in the mixed pairs at the World Championships.
Yeah, the indoors last year at Warilla.
Indoors, yes, that's right.
He's a good man, is Pontus Palmqvist.
So we've just seen Tom played pretty positively at that, and I don't dislike the tactic. They probably have second and third.
Get a feeling you get a kick out of saying those Swedish names, don't you, Val? Just the way you rattle them off the tongue.
I love a good pronunciation, and if I can have any chance to showcase that, I'll try.
Rightio, so team talk here. Just trying to work out what they're going to play. I think...
Well, Best is going to cover the back of the rink, Howie, so...
Yeah.
Big shot's probably not on anymore.
Yeah, I've got a feeling he's got to try... I think Bester's first bowl's in the road now. He's probably just going to try the backhand, try and land Kevy's bowl under the jack. If he does move the jack down the line, he has a couple of waiting, so... Looking for maybe he could afford to play sort of a couple of yards of weight.
Well, as you've correctly identified, he's lining up on the backhand. That's the sort of shot he's looking for.
He's trying.
Good effort here from Tommy Webb.
Will it hold?
Just
what an
underneath.
effort.
That's a great effort. Kevy's already making gestures towards us.
Yeah, playing up to the crowd, Kevy is.
And don't we love it? I think that was a 1. So they're on the board, and it's his bowl, and he's let us know about it. 4-0 after 2.
Does he keep his own card? 1 to Anderson?
Yep, I reckon he would. And we've just had Cass Millery, Kevin's partner, walk in, and Caitlin Inch as well, New Zealand superstar. Saw Taylor Bruce wandering around as well.
It's the who's who of bowls, this event, isn't it? If you're an anybody or an A-body, you can come along and meet the best.
You can. Even Nick Hind.
Oh, there's a queue forming to meet me this evening, but I think it's largely...
for some libation.
Largely for a libation, yes, rather than for my bowls prowess or...
You sell yourself short. I've seen you play. Where neither of us can be Andrew Howie's level, but...
Oh, don't know about that. It's living in the past there, Val.
Often beats us left-handed.
Unlucky. He's sort of kicked the jack there to Mike's. So of course, that's Bryce leading up for the St. John's Park combination.
Of course, St. John's Park, they are one of the 2 new franchises at the Bowls Premier League. BPL 20 in November. They are the Sydney Saints, and we look forward to seeing them in action. We still don't know the teams yet. Of course, we had a Dandenong release yesterday that Samantha Atkinson is going to be representing the Melbourne Pulse as the defending champions make one change. It's a forced change because Ellen Fife is pregnant, so it'll be just the one event that she changes for. Ellen, of course, getting married
to the great Mac Fife recently. Yeah, great man that he is. No, it's always exciting to see the new sides come in to the Bowls Premier League. Next event only round the corner. November seems so far away, but we'll get there very soon.
Yeah, it'll come in a hurry. Okay, so...
Favourites 2 here. Mike Carroll's gone and parked one on it after his first bowl came into the count after Bryce Billington's toucher. They're all Dreamline XGs if you're following along at home. The St John's Park combination here. Bryce Billington, Ryan and Steve McPherson, as well as Tom Webb. They're all using Henslide XGs.
Yeah, so Ryan just probably playing a little bit too much weight there. The intent was pretty good, just arriving on the forehand. So Kevin out on the backhand, looking to add about a yard of weight. Anything sort of higher the line on the right-hand side of the screen would be a good result.
Yeah, park up in the shade there somewhere near the pit.
Yeah, it's a good home. And he fist pumped as well. He's probably the only bloke that fist pumps the backward, but that's our Kevy.
Ah, he's great. He's great, isn't he? We always knew this was going to be entertaining. And as soon as there's a camera on him...
Oh, here we go. He might get run into the pit here. Oi.
Ryan Burnett played really well at BPL 19 in February, making his playing debut. He'd coached the Steamers and the Pirates. And, of course, Brendan Wilson made the signs. Those who can't play coach. And Kevin Anderson absolutely had a field day with that sign, didn't he?
All right. So after Ryan McPherson's lost both his bowls, I think Tom Webb's going to be asking for something a little bit more controlled here.
Yeah, they're probably just overplaying this shot here. It's another bowl they're going to waste into the ditch. It's going to leave them very vulnerable. So as you can see, they're just building up the back of the rink here. And obviously, even if they get the jack, there's no guarantee it's going to go back to. Their bowl's going to follow. I think they're really just going to play that yard of weight, Nick, down the forehand, turn their own, trail the jack. If they miss, they get past and get to a good home. This is going to make it a lot tougher, however.
Important to take the opportunities while they're there because that forehand's looking much worse for them now.
Oh, the problem is they only got one bowl on the green. Any weight is going to be dangerous for them.
Well, there's a big chance of the red bowl clipping out Bryce Billington's blue and red side there. That's sitting currently his third shot.
So he's arriving again, not as much weight. The problem is here, if he doesn't keep his bowl up on the green, Thomas has really got nothing to play with.
So I've just stood up to have a look at the back of the rink. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 St John's Park bowls at the back of the green. There is the other Bryce Billington lead bowl from St John's Park is just out of camera shot at the bottom right of screen there. So...
yes, okay, so...
For now, I think Ryan Bester will just be looked at on. But if you can...
Yeah, looking to draw a shot in the area because then it can give him a chance to play a shot with his last.
To get that bowl out, perhaps. He's going to park another one around the back.
Yeah, if it stays up, he'd be happy with that. It's probably just gone into the ditch,
Yeah.
I believe.
Still taking a little bit of time to get used to Ryan Bester in these Musgrave colours, having seen him in Broadbeach for so long.
Well, Tom Webb's played this about as good as he
Close.
played.
What a shot here. Will he stay?
Tom
What
Webb.
a shot. He's turned 1 or 2 down into 2 up.
Weaving a web out there.
That is the only way he could get shot on that end.
He played it to perfection.
He got it absolutely perfect. And now he hasn't left Bester with much here. Like, the decision is, does he go the
He
2
might-
bowls
He
or...
might go the jack.
We could be seeing some weight
If he
here.
gets the jack into the ditch, as Burnett said, at 3 or 4, so maybe backhand swinger gets Burnett through the bowl, trail the jack in. It's
weight.
probably a bit more than a swinger, but he's under.
Well,
So chance here.
Yeah, out of the frying pan and into a remarkably successful position here. Tom Webb, he's a chance. It's a free kick almost. He's pretty safe if he takes a nice high line here and could make 3.
So he's chased it down. Thomas Webb just needs it to hurry. It's coming. Wants to run. Urging it to run.
Great effort.
Just under.
What a shot. Get his team on the board. Got to build a bit of confidence for the St. John's team.
Well, particularly when half their bowls were sitting on the bank, Andrew.
Yes,
To be able to make a conversion like that, and there was very little on.
I don't think they'll be wanting to do that too many times against this quality outfit.
So 4-2, that's the scoreline that we've got so far.
So we're back into it after only a short break. 2 o'clock Eastern Time is our scheduled finish here if it goes the trip. But these players are pretty quick on the mat. I see this one. We might get a long lunch today. Val.
Yeah, well, we had a really long lunch yesterday, which was nice just to sort of refresh and get ourselves sorted before a big final session. But yeah, got a bit of a... We went a little bit over time on that last one. Only had about 20 or so minutes in between sessions, so enough time to move the cameras and duck off to get a quick coffee. They do make tea over there, Nick. I checked for you. I saw... Well, I didn't check. Someone was making you tea already, so it was...
I didn't want you to spend your money on me for a cup of tea.
Didn't mind. Anything for you. You're giving up your hard-earned time to come and help us out, so anything for you, my friend.
You say that until I put in the invoice.
Yeah, just don't get some sort of T2 kind of stuff that might break the wallet, but no, it's fine. I'm not paying for it.
Oh, lucky you. You've got an arrangement, do you, with all the with some of the local favourites? I saw you had a bagel from your favourite
bagel
venue this morning.
Actually, I've got to give them a mention on Instagram.
Well, while
you
do
still
that,
haven't given me a free one yet.
I'm astounded with somebody with your multimedia superstar clout.
Oh, God. That'll be the day. As this one just coming in, just crashing into the front.
Well, it was the right one to go up for the St. John's Park team in there. As we see, early weight from Kevy Anderson. Well, you did say in the last game he's a chance of having a drive. And he's cleared out the Jack High shot bowl. See Ryan trying to put it back in there, put one back. He's finished a little short. Kevin Anderson very quickly onto the forehand and onto the draw.
Using those Moama Steamers bowls, Kevin Anderson. It's good because with the way that they trundle down the green and the way that the colours are designed, you should never, ever bowl a wrong bias.
We'll give you a set, Val. See how good you go.
Well, I might not bowl a wrong bias, but I'm generally okay with that. I always check for the little ring. Once you do
far
it
away
once.
here, he just a bit unlucky to crash. He would have been good enough to count. So it doesn't look pretty for Ryan Burnett. He's got to try and play the right weight here and get a clear passage back to the jack.
Well, it's now all St. John's Park coming up. So any contact on any bowl.
Oh, he's found a way
He's done
through.
well. What a good shot. Played, as I said, perfect speed. In just either side of those front two bowls, he was going to get a result, and he's done well.
You said it had to be perfect, Howie, and that is exactly what it was. To negate those front two underneath and still end up a shot.
Steve just not quite reaching with that one. So chance Ryan this time will be looking to take that little bit extra grass, just ensure he's around those short bowls.
He's a bit dark on himself. You could see at the top of the screen there he was
He's a bit quicker, I think. He knows straight out of the hands. He's probably going to get the shot away here.
And he has.
Yeah, it's a little bit unlucky.
Well, pretty barren at the back of the green so far, so we'll see.
Kevin Anderson. He's just always got a smile on his face. Just trundling down.
I think he was pretty proud of his hit. You know, with your first bowl as a second to go smack something
Bang.
into the pit, that's...
Why not?
It's irregular play, shall we say, but we've never known Kevin Anderson to be the normal sort of a cat. Now, Tom Webb here, so he's got lots to promote on that backhand.
Yeah, he played good speed. Just need a clear passage through. So Ryan Bester, he'll be giving himself a chance. Sit the bowl, jack in the pit.
I think he's just pulled it slightly. There, see what happens.
Oh, wow. Okay. So Burnett's bowl managed to stay in there for second shot.
But it makes things a little bit more open for Bester. Those front two still haven't moved.
Well, Tom's a good shot here on the backhand. If I ever get to the shot bowl, jack down the line, perhaps cover it away.
Yeah, he should be trying to draw the shot. His last bowl had perfect speed. Trying to find a clear passage.
Thomas Webb, fiance of Dawn Heyman, engaged a couple of days ago.
Bit quick, but if he sits the Burnett bowl, he's just hung high.
Ryan Bester with a chance to get his quartet back on the board.
I think the key is here, he can't play weight. He doesn't want to remove his own bowl. It's just a matter of trying to pick his best hand and draw the shot.
Oh, yeah, well, Ryan Burnett's just saying, you just push it through.
Here we go. The Master Blaster.
Here we go. Huge.
Well, he did touch the jack.
He touched it. That was a touch-up.
Whisker.
And that is unbelievable that he just touched it. There was a hair in that.
Yeah, he obviously didn't throw it quick enough, Val. No jokes. One of the quickest drivers going around. Very unlucky.
I think the jack tried to step out of the way of it.
Yeah, a couple of millimetres more of that jack and we would have seen it flying outside the rink.
Jeez, even when he doesn't get the result he wants, he still hits the jack. He's that dead-eye with it.
Interesting, though, to see Howie straight away that despite there being another shot there and despite what it looked like from Ryan Burnett saying, no, we like you to just peel that off, he backed himself with the power. He said, I'll put this in the pit and
yeah,
see how we go.
I guess what he looked at was, like over the years, Ryan Bester's been so accurate with his drive and he's full of confidence playing his drive, and he obviously backed himself not to miss the target area by that much where he was going to get his own bowl out. So for most of us, regulars like you and me, Nick, we would have backed ourselves to just try and draw the shot. But yeah.
Jeez, he didn't even include me in that, Howie.
Yeah, so it just shows the confidence levels are up. Backed himself and, yeah, didn't quite go to plan that end. But as we see, Mike Carroll, perfect weight, just hanging out a little bit there. So advantage Bryce at the moment.
Your style's very innovative, Val.
What hurts even more is once I made that joke, you kept talking, Howie.
I've seen you.
But no, that's more than fair.
I've seen you. How'd you go in our last all-staff challenge? Did you get out of your section?
In February?
In February?
Oh, I got so close.
Yeah.
Just missed out.
Sometimes, Val, when a question's raised, sometimes if you don't have anything nice to say, it's better off not saying anything
just
at all.
let it go through to the keeper.
No run.
You'll get there. You've definitely improved your bowling ability.
Yeah. On a slow green that's bumpy and goes against the bias, I'm all right. But when it comes to playing on a good green like this, I've still got a lot to learn. Although I had a bit of a roll at Club Sunbury a while back and starting to get better. Hit a resting toucher, Howie.
Wow, great work, man.
Did you take a photo?
I did.
See Howie's phone's full of them. Got nothing
Okay.
to buy the 128 gig model.
Kevin Anderson down the backhand.
See it come into view now. Wants to do some work.
Doesn't quite have the legs. Great track.
Yeah, if he had the weight, that was there.
Thomas is called. Ryan McPherson over to the forehand.
So he's trying to
Round
just...
them all up.
Yeah, that's exactly right. The way this hand, as you can see, he's out to the boundary peg there and turning back nicely.
Tom Webb's very interested here too.
Played a great shot. Well played, Ryan. That's a cracker. Yeah, it's not easy for Kevin to get in here. He's sort of got to try and play to the shot bowl, play to Mike Carroll's bowl, promote it. He's done pretty well here. Yeah, it's a good shot. He's probably got second out of that and pushed one of their bowls past the head.
Yeah, it looks pretty good from our vantage point for second shot. So we'll see if Steve McPherson, he can match what McPherson the younger did with his last bowl. He's pretty close here too.
That's pretty good. Got the jacks around at the moment. So Burnett looking to just arrive. Trail the jack around the corner.
Makes it tricky getting in that hand now. There's a little bit in the road.
Yeah, and they're Kevin Anderson's bowl is quite vulnerable now, so they've just got to be really careful of what they do. I think anything past the head here for Steve he'd be happy with. He's done well. Two good shots. That's well played and counts.
Flop back in. That'll be number one. I'd favour even.
I think it might be Nick. So Ryan Burnett.
So he's been flipped around.
So we've got a photographer coming around taking photos of us. I think it's Nick Hines here. His name is Paul Holschke, the photographer, events coordinator here at Bowls Australia. So this one here, really interesting. Thomas Webb and his team are showing that they are more than up for this fight. Ryan Bester in those new colours, the Musgrave Pelicans, playing out at the Windy Club Musgrave, right on top of the hill there. It's a great club. Streamed there at the World Champs last year and had a great time. North of Surfers Paradise.
Well, Tom Webb, if he can promote this bowl here, it's finished in a tricky spot. That might have fattened up the target here for Ryan Bester. Might look to hit this and really just change things up.
Does he go with his first or does he wait?
The risk is that there's only that bowl of Kevin Anderson in there, which is keeping them out of being down a big number. So he's got to be a bit careful. And he's promoted. Well, that's Ryan Burnett. That's snuck in there, and he's Ryan Burnett.
He might have got the. I think he definitely has got the shot.
Yeah, Ryan Burnett put his hand up pretty quickly and apologised for that because it's not the way that they want to get shots. But
certainly not.
Tom Webb will be looking to plant that one out now.
Yeah, backhand, sit the shot bowl. Even if he turns the red one onto the jack.
It's what he's going for.
Very close. Will it get down?
Thomas Webb. Oh, my God.
Wow.
You don't have to be dead to be stiff.
Yes, unlucky. He just played that little bit extra weight where the bowl just held on a bit, didn't come back and...
Had it in the area, and that'll be one more. So the Bester combination. 5-3 is the lead.
So Bester didn't play his last bowl there.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Wise move, I think. Yeah, he was fraught him with danger if he was going to elect to play that shot.
Wasn't much for it.
But yeah, the St. John's Park team would be happy how they started here. Like, it would have been nice to hold on to those shots, but they're playing well. Building the heads nicely.
Yeah, been a really enjoyable match. We sit at a third of the way through. And been very interesting.
As we see Mike Carroll, good opening bowl there, a couple of feet behind the jack. And
Bryce Billington responding, though.
yeah, great shot. He's come alive the last couple of ends, Bryce. Found his range and he's playing well.
Yeah, another good home there.
Yeah, not wasted. As you can see how good these greens are running. The players are hardly putting anything behind them. Both hands turning lovely.
Great to have everyone's company wherever you're watching from around the world. Daniel Singh's watching on. He's a big fan of bowls in the AO. Dimitri Matsouris watching on.
Not far away here, Anderson.
Big Kevy.
What a shot. Well played.
Kevin Anderson once again proving that he can play as well as coach. Cass Millerick watching on as well, and she had a bit of a tough day in the women's singles yesterday. The defending champion managed to get out of jail though, lost the match in her section. Couple of big upsets. Ziti Zelina Ahmad gone.
Oh, Kevin Anderson, take a bow. Brilliant bowling. Sorry to cut you off there, Val.
No, more than welcome. When bowls like that come down, sensational from Kevin Anderson. But yeah, Ziti Zelina Ahmad gone. The 2007 singles champion.
Yeah, young Mackenzie Parsons winning that section. Bit of a story about Mackenzie. She was on the waiting list for the women's singles, and a few days ago I rang her mother and said, we've got a spot open up. She said, can you give me a few hours? I'll come back to you. She had to rearrange their accommodation, rearrange their flights to support their daughter coming to the Australian Open playing in the singles, and they have, and she's won through her section. So it's
well done.
a great little story there.
Yep, and when that section contains the Commonwealth Games gold medalist, it's not too bad at all. A couple of other upsets. The group consisting of Kate Argent-Bowden and Hayley Packer. You would have expected one of those two as this Jack, oh my.
It's just bounced off the back blue one, so it's, as Anderson's raised his finger, he thinks they've got the shot.
One to Burnett's bowl, or no, not Burnett.
Mike Carroll.
Mike Carroll, sorry.
They're unsure now. They're having a look. Either way, it's made it very difficult to get to.
Yeah, so that's the... in front of the jack there is the Bryce Billington bowl, and then behind it immediately is the Mike Carroll bowl. So,
okay, the call's weight, so they must think they're down, trying to chip the bowl out.
There's a few things flying everywhere.
He's made it a lot better. They've now got 3 seconds. So I think the key here for Thomas is probably to call him on the forehand, draw a shot. Another bowl in the head.
But yeah, as I was saying, that section with Hayley Packer and Kate Argent-Bowden, you'd expect one of those two to have gotten out of their section, but after yesterday with 9 next best qualifiers, neither of them will be getting out.
oh, wow.
There are, I think, about 10 or so, maybe 15 totals ahead of where Kate was in second position.
This is very close.
Not far away at all.
Will it run the journey? Oh, it's a great effort. Another 2 feet on that. He would have got right back to the jack. Okay. Ryan Bester. He's built a career off these shots, guys. Down on the backhand, trying to chip the bowl out.
It's a thing of beauty.
Ryan Bester.
He looks high with this one.
Well, how good's it going to turn? Just not quite good enough. Doesn't want that one to get chipped in.
But yeah, I think it's eliminated it out of the way.
Possibly a little bit fortunate that the Bryce Billington bowl didn't go sit onto the jack there, but Tom Webb on the backhand, he's looking to get to.
Oh, he's stiff. Giving the shot away, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Just overplayed it. Although, it's a lot better. Bester can't take their bowl out now and score a 4 or 5, so...
The wind just picks up a little bit. Yesterday it actually blew our monitor off the desk.
Really?
Yep.
Lucky we've got some very durable equipment here and quick-thinking commentators, presumably, who jumped on it.
No, it actually fell off. Had a gentleman in front of us that put it back on.
Oh.
So Bester just ending up in front. That's not a bad result. Kind of blocks things off for Thomas Webb to come straight through.
Well, if he thinks he's down, can he try to play the backhand and sit both the blue bowls out? He'd lay 2 if he stays 3.
And could even chip his across in doing so.
Doesn't look like there's much danger there.
Because if he chips his across and pushes the jack to your left of screen, there's a lot waiting in the wings there.
Just depends who's got shot.
Thomas comes down to inspect.
If it was me, if they're down, I'd be playing the backhand. He's got 2 bowls to promote there for shot or try and land the shot bowl out. Got to play what you're confident in, bud, and what you think you can be able to execute. It's a forehand draw. Yeah, not his best bowl. He was in a bit of 2 minds there.
Well, I think it's 1 down.
But it's, okay.
Kevin's already signalled to us. 1 down,
Deceiving.
very confidently. So Ryan Burnett's going to take a measure, and it is 1 shot to the St John's Park Thomas Webb team. So 5 shots to 4 in favour of the Ryan Bester team, but
very enjoyable match so far, and well, we've played 6 ends. They've won 3 each, and it was just literally that 3 in the first end that's proven the difference so far.
And both the teams had great opportunities. There have been numbers available. There's been some good bowls played.
Yeah, they've all started well. All 8 players on the rink are playing pretty good, so considering it's not easy. The green's running very quick, bit of breeze around.
I'll see Mike Carroll here.
Yeah, great start.
Very congested heads and a lot of tactics being discussed.
Well, we're seeing sort of somewhat differently to our first game that, if you were with us, viewers, there was perhaps more time being taken on the mat and less time being taken discussing, whereas here we're seeing quite the opposite. We're seeing much more time devoted to tactics, but otherwise the players, once they know what they're doing, they're very quick on the mat. Very quick to get it
when
away.
Ryan Bester's involved, he's very quick on the mat.
Yep, Bester, Burnett, and Kevin Anderson's one of the quickest as well. It's going to be a quick match. I don't think we'll worry about getting timed out here.
No, of course. This, as you said before, Nick Hind, if you've just joined us, this session ends at 2 o'clock. Of course, if the jack is rolled for that final end before the hooter goes off, you can play out the end, and that's what happened before. We went about 5 or 6 minutes over, but the jack had been rolled.
Seen a bit of a rush of blood there from Ryan McPherson. He's lost his first bowl. He's played some good ones. We'll back him to correct. Kevin needs to get off that for a result. Well, let's open it right up now.
Yeah, he was travelling a little bit there. Be disappointed.
Been a really enjoyable contest thus far.
See if Ryan can make the correction. His track's good.
Yeah, Tom liked it halfway down.
Lead in the...
What a great shot. Sorry, Val.
That's all right. I just had a question from Jade, who is the lead in the Bester team. It's Mike Carroll.
It is Mike Carroll, yep. From New Zealand.
Very handy bowler.
Yeah, a big supporter of bowls, not only in New Zealand but in Australia as well. He's a great guy and ventures over the Australian Open every year and plays with Ryan Bester and Kevin Anderson and Ryan Burnett.
Yeah, these four are a pretty consistent team. Ryan Burnett's a two-time champion of the AO in this discipline. Won the fours with his brother back a few years back. Alex Marshall and Paul Foster in that team as well.
It's a pretty handy combination.
Yeah, wow.
If you've got a crew like that.
So he went back-to-back in the fours. Did Ryan Burnett. Ryan Bester, of course, is a singles champion. Also won the pairs back in 2008.
Great shot here by Ryan Burnett. What a bowl. The call there from Tommy. Confident draw. Draw down to the shot bowl. Trail the jack.
How's he going here?
Well, the line looks good.
I like it.
Will it get back with the weight? He's very close.
Coming. Yeah.
There is a gap there. Oh, he's stiff.
So it's a mighty effort.
To find that gap, it looks minuscule out there.
Unbelievable.
What an effort.
What it does do, though, is it gives another catcher there. So Tom can play that really confidently now.
Very close. Gets to his own and falls.
Yeah, it's sitting on its bias.
Well, it's less of a gap now, so
Yeah.
great shooting, Ryan Burnett.
May well fall over, but by the time
It's
Tom Webb
looking
gets
like
the
it
head.
wants to. It certainly wants to. Sitting on the edge. But for the time being,
Stay there. The confident backhand still on for him.
Thomas Webb looking to try and tie this one up.
Yeah, he looks to be on a high line.
Yeah.
Probably just overplayed it a bit too. Maybe if he's going to play that way, does he go more direct and try and remove the two bowls?
Well, we saw in the earlier games, didn't we, that those little swingers were a hard weight to play. Much more success was had when players were going direct at things. Well, you might have to now.
There is a target there.
Well, I think it probably makes it better to just trail that jack now so he can just fades under best as he trails a jack. If he gets to his own yellow bowl, he'll probably run right up to the shot bowl.
Slide off it, yes.
A few options. It is the harder of the two shots, however.
He's tight.
Yeah, body language wasn't good when he let it go, so.
Yeah, be disappointed with those two.
Wow.
Didn't give him a chance.
So Bester's got a real shot here to...
Well, yes, if we like the dirty brown bowl of Ryan Bester there, he could add to it.
Dirty brown.
What colour are you calling that one?
So still orangey.
Was it called like a fruit tingle when it was first
Yeah,
launched?
fruit
Something
tingle.
like that.
Love. Geez, I love fruit tickles. They are great.
It's very close here. Just needs to stop.
He's getting there. It's going to find the gap and drift through. But one taken out.
2 down is the signal from St John's Park. But which 2?
So as we near the halfway point of this, it's going to be the Bester combination that leads. That's 2. So 7-4, that's the buffer that this Bester combination has. And they'll be one of the favourites to go on and possibly win this title in the men's fours. They'd love to win it together.
Well, there's some really stacked sides, Valfebo, so just getting out of the section is going to be first priority.
Yep.
But once you get to the knockout stages, you can give yourself every chance.
Just a correction come through from a St John's Park member. Apparently it's Guy McPherson in the seconds position, not Ryan. So apologies for calling Guy Ryan, and we'll have that corrected moving forward. Mike Carroll, another good opening bowl there.
Tom Webb may well have stitched me up there.
He Could have set you up, yeah.
No, it was in it's in Bowls Link as well. We'll endeavour to fix that.
Serves me right for listening to anybody then.
Yeah, another good opening bowl by Bryce as well. He's playing well.
Should be changed now. Mary Spees asking what club Ryan Burnett is representing out there. The shirt, she loves the shirt. That's Club Pine Rivers, of course. We head there every November for the BPL. And BPL 20 in November. Not only is it the 20th edition of the event, which is a huge milestone, but it's the biggest and best that we're going to have seen. 12 different franchises, which is twice the amount that we had back in the old APL 01 days in 2013, where it started with 6. Now we've got double the amount. 12 teams, St. John's and Ocean Grove, Sydney Saints and Geelong Jets. Andrew Howie, what a wonderful event it's going to be.
Yeah, can't wait, Val. Very exciting. Anytime you sort of expand on what a great event the BPL already is, to the two new inclusions, as you mentioned, the Sydney Saints and the Geelong Jets, it's only going to enhance the profile of our event and further promote what is the great product in BPL. Great opportunity to showcase our sport and a shorter format and really show people, I guess, like what other sports have done, the T20 and the darts, so to speak, that bowls can be fun, it can be short, it can be sharp, and the BPL is a great product, and can't wait to get down to Club Pine Rivers and launch the new era of BPL. We're going to have plenty of new players involved as well, which will be named in August. Very exciting.
Looking forward to putting that teams piece out. Becomes one of sort of the traditions a couple of months out when the teams do get announced. We've had one little bit of news trickle through from the Melbourne Pulse, the defending champs. Is this a good effort?
Well played. That could be 2.
There's a great cluster of bowls here. They're all maybe a foot and a half behind the jack, except for that one of Kevin Anderson parked out the front there. But the players are starting to find their range here. This is a shorter end. It's probably the shortest that they've played.
This will be the shot here. Falls back. Well played.
So just a couple of questions coming through about how many ends and how long this is going for. 2 hours, 15 minutes is the time limit. We played a 15 ends in 4s.
And no dead ends, of course.
All respot.
All respotted, but I can't see a dead end looking particularly likely here.
Wow, look at this shot, boys.
Go and just draw one.
He's gone through the gap. No, it is the shot.
That's the one.
Wow, they're finding this end easy. This is in fantastic bowling.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 bowls within 2 feet.
It's got perfect weight here, Burnett. Will it hold on? It's kind of fade under, but it's in the game.
It's a fairly salubrious head, Howie.
Yeah, that's one word for it, Val.
Wait and see what happens here, because
he's close to Burnett's bowl. Will it get back? Oh, he's just got the wrong side.
Well, this is, look at those bowls. They're all just lining up.
I mean, I've played a little bit with you. I've played a little bit with Andrew Howie when we're just having a social. When we kick our bowls back, they're not as tightly packed as that.
No.
Yeah, that's what it normally looks like when you've got the mat in front of it and you're about to start the end. But
the fact that they've been bowled from more than 20 metres away is quite impressive.
Yeah. So Bester on the backhand. He's got a bowl to use now with Burnett. It only needs to turn over. It'll be the shot.
He's a big chance of running into Kevin Anderson, isn't he? He snuck under that.
Underneath, he's almost counting.
Weight control. Looking very good. So, in case you can't see it, the jack is sort of that central circular figure right on the centre line there, just above that massive cavalcade of bowls.
There's 10 in the pack now, Val.
10. That is something absolutely special from these 8 combatants out here.
So Tom Webb asked plenty of questions there. He's just making sure of the relationship with everything. He's going to try the forehand. And he just wants to squeak under that brown bowl of Ryan Bester. He's under all right, but he's a little bit too far under. Weight was pretty close.
So 1 each from both Bester and Webb. This is so hard tactically because you're almost too scared to trail that jack backwards.
Well, it's a lottery.
Yeah.
Because you don't know where it's going to go.
I think what he's playing, but as long as he's around Kevin Anderson's bowl, there's no danger of the jack. He's just trying to work through Burnett's. If he gets the front edge, he'll get back to the shot bowl. He's a lot closer here. Look at this for a shot. If he gets down hard now, what a shot. He runs through.
And Ryan Burnett loved it until it got that little rock.
Yeah, and he more of a connection on those bowls behind the jack. He would have sat right behind. But Kevin Anderson likes it for one. Yeah. He's up and about, the big fella.
He's always up and about, isn't he?
Yeah, St John's Park like themselves for one here. They're
going to... I'm not sure whether Kevy's trying to talk him into it or...
So Tom isn't going to play his last bowl, though.
So they must be confident.
I think everyone looks confident out here. Let's see what the end result is. This has been a wonderful head. One of the best that we've seen at this Australian Open so far. It is 1.
Good call. Good call, Saints.
Park. Wow.
Yeah, even...
That was something special.
Even, I mean, you probably don't declare it 1 down at this stage, but there was fraught with danger, any more bowls being played into that.
Yeah, it was going to be difficult to count for Thomas, but no, they were clearly confident they had the shot, and yeah, well done.
Ryan Bester was so close, and Ryan Burnett loved it until it finished. Played 8 ends here. We're over the halfway point, and we're at 4 ends, 1 apiece, but 2 multiples to the Ryan Bester lineup, and they are the team that holds sway currently.
It's going to be interesting coming back this way. I feel the Saints have had the momentum playing in this direction. So if Bryce can get him off to a good start. He's just lacking a bit of weight there, so chance for Mike Carroll. Put a bit of pressure on.
It's funny you say that, though, Harry, because it does feel that way, but St John's Park, despite feeling like they've had the ascendancy in this direction, have actually lost the last 2 ends, but it's not been through bad bowls being played or anything. There's been some outstanding bowls played.
Yeah, they've
by Bester and Burnett particularly.
You're right. I guess what I'm meaning is they've had chances. They've grouped their ends really well. So obviously there was one probably little lucky result that got the shot for Bester's combination, but Ryan Burnett last end played a couple of beauties coming back this way. But I think they've built the heads well, and they've given Thomas a chance to try and make some results and get some scores. As we see Bryce right on cue, jumping on the jack.
This has been a brilliant performance all round from all 8. That last head was extremely healthy, and I haven't seen something so congested in all the time that I've been calling this sport. I don't think I've seen a head like that, where every single bowl at the back, all 11 of them were touching.
That was remarkable, Val, and that's what we do see. Every combination is possible in the sport of bowls. And to see one like that, I mean, it speaks to the calibre of this competition and these 2 squads here, that we're seeing bowls as good as that. 11 out of 14, or 11 out of 15 as it was in the end, because we didn't see the last bowl go down, all within about 2 feet, and 11 of them touching each other. Kev's just missed the line a bit here.
Although
he's got very lucky.
Very much looking forward to seeing how the final portions of this match transpire. We are over halfway, and this St John's Park quartet are looking like they are up for this fight. Very enjoyable contest.
They're right in it. What a beautiful shot that one is when the players are on the mat, Val. That looks fantastic. I mean, you know, we've got the beautiful winter sunshine here.
This one here.
That's the shot. I mean, Andrew Harry, why would you live in Canberra? Well, it was a remarkably smart move of you to come up here.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking 15 years or however long it was in Canberra, but, mate, the first winter up here was sensational. Beats those -6 degrees. And, yeah, no, it's definitely a wise choice. But, no, it's a good game, this one. It's really anybody's. And I guess the St. John's Park combination, great bowlers in their own rights, but they're sort of underdogs in this match. And this is where you want to be. You want to be in the contest. You want to have your chances, and they're definitely presenting with that. So they'd be very happy how things are ticking along at the moment.
So, yeah, Tom had a good look at that.
Well, they could be 3 down, I think.
That was the suggestion. He said could be 1 down, could be 3 down.
So is the call wait?
So he said, yeah, firm up through the forehand, give it a chance.
These are these hard shots to play on these greens. As you see, this will tail away right at the end. That weight's very difficult.
And they do tail away hard, don't they? You think you're on a good line, and all of a sudden, just boom.
Yeah, once the bowl gets going, it really gets going. Now, Ryan Burnett.
Depends what connection he can get. He's done well. Wow, that's a good shot.
I'm just trying to have a look at what's at the back of the rink here for St. John's Park, and they don't really have anything there, so...
Firm as the call.
Maybe looking for a kill.
Yeah, 2 bowls out would be a good result. Kill.
Big weight coming.
Just missed on the high side there. And a quick call from Ryan Bester. Ryan Burnett. Turn.
Yeah, well, he gets that.
Turn the blue and red.
Only got to roll it probably once or twice, and he'd be 4 or 5. Even if he sneaks past, is a good result.
It's going to come back. And, of course, the camera decides to jump as it comes back.
Yeah, it didn't quite get to the red and blue bowl there, Val. So no material change to the head. But what it does do is it means there's another bowl in there for the Bester combination.
Yeah.
And really at the moment, Tom Webb, he's only got 1 in there again to work with.
Yeah,
as Kev Anderson continues to be possibly the biggest pest in lawn bowls, throwing the Moama cap in front of...
Yeah, he's still got to be careful here, Tom. As you said, Nick, 1 bowl in the head, and he can still remove his own. So he just had a good look at it, trying to work out what sort of weight he's going to play. But he's on the draw.
This is a drawing line.
This is a tough shot.
Thomas Webb. Thomas Webb.
He wants to get back to that
blue.
It's a very tough shot.
And he wants to now stay up.
Had a good fist of it, though, didn't he?
Well, if he's playing a shot like that, to me, maybe he's only 1 or 2 down. Because if you're 3, I think every day of the week, you considering the game, 7-5 down, you don't want to go any further down. You've got to try and kill that off or get rid of a few bowls and give yourself a better chance.
Ryan Bester just...
And now it's...
That's now taken away the shot up the middle, so we'll see what he does here. He's going to try it
Same
again.
shot. Thomas Webb. He's inquisitive.
He's on a great track.
Just needs it to run. He might not have the weight.
Okay, sit the bowl out. He does have to be careful. He doesn't have to get it far.
So Ryan Bester, this is a big bowl to make a big score and possibly put this result beyond doubt.
Yeah, it could be a 6 here, I reckon. I'm just...
Really good call here by Ryan Burnett. You can see how he sort of explained that. You're trying to sit the shot out with a yard or 2 of weight, but if you're playing that weight, you're still turning your ball onto the jack and you can make 3 as well. So he doesn't want to play any quicker because he could bounce the jack all the way back and be down. But this is a big shot in the context of the match.
So Ryan Bester. Ryan Burnett doesn't mind it.
It's not quite getting down. It's good effort.
Held out high. No change.
He played it on the safe side. So,
What is the score going to be?
So just one's been taken out so far.
Surely it's not just one, is it?
it's very deceiving.
Yeah.
It does look like the blue on the right-hand side of screen is the next shot, but
Geez, St John's Park will be so pleased though if they can get away just one down in that head where they only had one near it.
Yeah, when it could have been, they could have been 6 down after that Ryan Bester bowl. So let's see. It's a pretty long measure. Ryan Burnett's almost tempted to get down there and have a go himself.
And he will do. So the second one.
it's measure for 2.
We had 2 umpire calls in our first game this morning, Val.
We did.
And it was only 1 in the end. So
Wow.
that's really...
That's almost a get out of jail free card for this St John's Park lineup. They will be stoked with that.
Well, with the head set up the way that it was, you're exactly right. I think there was a big chance of dropping a really big number there. So to escape only 1 down, that's almost a win.
So it's 8-5. We've played 9 ends. Got 6 to go. This match, we've been going just over an hour. So we are absolutely motoring through.
We'll get that long lunch in today.
Yep. I'm actually not that hungry after having a bagel for breakfast.
Oh, well.
I'm not going to eat too much. There's a fair few calories in those, so might leave it for a while and something a little bit healthier.
How have the lunches been, Howie? You've been fed and watered pretty well here every day, I take it? Or are you bringing in sandwiches? Kel, you got Kel
not
something
too bad.
Sandwiches for you.
Yeah, not too bad at the moment. I'm sort of I'm having a bit of a go at the man shakes at the moment, just to try and eat a bit better. And I'm hopeless with breakfasts and making my own lunch to bring to work. So to try and help out a bit. But no, the Broadbeach Bowls Club do fantastic food. Plenty of options. You've got obviously the restaurant. You've got the cafe.
You've got to try a croissant, Nick. They're good.
A croissant.
I make them here.
With ham and cheese or with jam and
just
cream?
anything. The plain ones are good. The almond ones are good. Haven't had a chocolate one as of yet. Might be a next week operation.
Yeah, well,
Kevin Anderson.
Played Kevin Anderson. Second shot. Once again, Bryce started his team off well. He's played great in the leads position. So Guy, what can he produce here? Needs to run.
It's not going to get there. So all the men's fours sections to be played across the Gold Coast today. We've got women's fours action for you tomorrow. The conclusion of the women's singles sections we'll finish off today. That'll be this afternoon, so we'll know who gets through there in the 9 next best qualifiers. It's brutal. Sometimes that's the luck of the draw.
Well, when there's that few next best qualifiers, the only result you can plan for is to win your section.
Yep.
You're getting very lucky if you get through as a next best qualifier when there's only 9 spots available. You can't play for that. So we've seen a guy with a pretty fair correction there. He's parked his bowl in a reasonable home. Like of a third shot at the moment.
So, I think we've got the juniors to start next week. Andrew Howie, over 60s, all the para events.
Yeah, the events keep coming, mate. Just because we're at the pointy end of all the open events starting to commence the knockouts, so that we've then got the second week, as you mentioned. Got the under-18 boys and girls singles. We've got the over 60s men's and women's pairs. And we've also got the bowlers with the disability category. We have the men's para singles, the women's para singles, the para open pairs. We've got the vision impaired singles and the vision impaired pairs. So it really is an event for everyone. One of the most inclusive bowls events in the world, Val. The Australian Open.
The most inclusive. I'm going to go out on that limb. But I think, and 15 trophies up for grabs, so you're right, it is inclusive. There's something for everybody to win. And I look forward to seeing which names will be etched into the history books here at this wonderful event, which will be in its 20th year next year. 20 editions of the AO since the first in 2005. And it'll be the 10th up here on the Gold Coast, of course, because there was no edition in 2020. Has that gone up for shot?
He's got a good result there, Steve.
Well, it was at least 1 in, 1 out at worst, but it might now be 2. Tom Webb asked him to play the first one on the backhand. I don't think he particularly liked it, so he talked him into letting him turn it over.
Problem is now it's, in a way, potentially a little bit easier for Bester. He can sort of just arrive through the split and get a nice connection on the shot bowl. He turns Kevy Anderson through the jack.
Well, he's turned Kevy.
He's been so close to getting some huge results today, Ryan Bester. Just missing out there.
He's very unlucky, as you can see with the footy. As he gets the jack down the line, he's 3 or 4 shots.
Thomas Webb continues to live to fight another day.
Well, Ryan Burnett, he's been very animated today. There's been a lot of bowls that have given him plenty to be interested in. And very few successes, though. He's been unlucky now. As Tom covered, well, he's covered a couple there, but I favour the jack's unlikely to get all the way out there.
So Ryan Bester with that familiar gait as he walks down. Let's see what he can do with his last bowl.
Yeah, slightly less weight here, just trying to draw the shot, but he's out on that high line. So chance here for Thomas, free hit. It's not easy, but if he can make this count, we're going to be locked away at 8 apiece.
Can he do it? Thomas Webb. Will he channel his inner Dawn Heyman?
He's got to be careful here. Oh, he's going to fade under.
Yeah,
That's no damage.
So that'll be just the one.
2.
It was 2. These colours are killing me. It's not like a BPL or World Championships 4s where they've all got the same colours.
Just means you've got to concentrate that little bit harder. But I do appreciate this is day 6 for you. You're probably getting a bit weary.
But when you're doing the switching as well, it's not easy. Keep getting confused with whose is whose. But a 2. Let's see where this ends up.
I had the misfortune, of course, being down in Canberra there with Bowls ACT. I was required to do both the switching and the lead commentary when we hosted our Pennant Grand Final weekend only a few weeks back.
So I've noticed that we're going fairly long in this direction. The jack sort of continues to go to the tee in this northern direction, but in this southern direction, it's a little bit different.
Well, we're seeing, Val, it's been 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Yep.
They're going tit for tat in terms of ends.
We haven't had a team win consecutive ends since ends 1 and 2.
So clearly St John's Park have got a plan going this way, but it's not.
Hasn't eventuated as yet.
Hasn't really been successful, although, as you've said, Andrew Howie, they've been really well set up on many occasions, as we see. Bryce,
he's playing well. But you've made a good point there, Nick. So coming back the other direction, Bester's combination have been rolling that short length. So I wonder if it's crossed their minds, the St John's Park team. Do they go short back this way, considering they haven't won many ends? But obviously with Bryce delivering almost front touches like that, it's going to be go a long way to contribute into an end wind here. So Mike Carroll, it's a good shot. Close second.
Well, it's extremely close. They haven't been headed at all, this Bester combination. They've led from the outset.
Yeah, not bad there by Guy. It's a really good home.
Well, Bester calling for it to hang on and run.
Yeah, it's a wonderful track. Just lacking a couple of feet.
And Guy would beat this, get back to the line.
He doesn't have to do anything crazy here. He's just got to continue to build the head at the bottom of the screen where his last one was. He's played this really good here. He needs to turn hard now, get behind the jack.
Yes.
What a great shot. Brilliant. And counting.
Well, it makes it impossible now to trail the jack off clean, you'd suggest. So we'll see where Kevy Anderson finishes up. He put his head down. That's the first time he's really shown some negative emotion in this contest.
Yeah, he's disappointed with that one. Didn't give it a chance.
But now there's an opportunity here for Steve. He can put a little touch on that jack and make three.
I think you've got to be, knowing the way these guys play, the team they're playing against, you've got to be trying not to cross the line here. It's a really good setup the way it is and very hard to get shot for the Bester combination. It's a good home.
Well, Ryan's watching it intently. You can see at the top of the picture there.
What a shot. Didn't get it, but may have gained second shot out of that.
It's certainly improved their chances of getting the shot, though, now.
It's changed the whole head now, so as you can see at the bottom of the screen, Mike Carroll's bowl. They can turn through the red one, get the jack back to Mike. It was a really good shot.
Ryan Burnett just coming back here to...
Yeah, have a look at the screen and see how the head's shaping up.
How does that go with the artificial devices policy, Andrew Howie?
Well, he's not, I don't think there's any rule against it.
No, I guess when the camera is freely here, you can kind of come and have a look. So, Ryan Burnett.
In a way, this is probably made it better for the Bester combination. As we see, weight through the cannon.
This is what I was about to call. They can attack it now and get a result.
Yeah, no danger of their bowl going clean. So Thomas, what can he do?
Well, that one that's just disappeared, that was over on the left wing there as a catcher. That might be one that he could put back in.
Well, still, the way that hand's turning, it would have to be an absolutely brilliant shot, but the way the hand's turning, he can still get back on that forehand. He probably backhand's a little bit dangerous. Doesn't want to kick the outside of his bowl and move the jack out. I think another one in the area.
He's shaping up backhand.
So, is he drawing or is he going deep, do you think? No.
That was draw weight.
Okay, stand back. Ryan Bester.
This is going to be big.
This won't be short.
Yeah, I expect this.
Forehand through the cannon.
This will explode here.
He's close. What's he cleared?
He's killed it, I believe.
And Ryan Burnett's bowl is right on the respot line on the tee. To the point where he's actually got to put the jack right underneath the bowl.
Exactly right. It goes forward up the centre line towards the mat. And he's holding...
I reckon there's two there. They might actually have to push that bowl back.
No. So if the tee is obstructed,
okay,
it will go up the centre line towards the mat end. So virtually Ryan Burnett's bowl's a back toucher here. So great result.
Actually, I have never, in all the times I've been calling bowls, I've actually never seen this.
Well, look at this, Val. We've had two first for you today.
Yeah.
We've had a magnificent cluster, and now we've had a fairly obscure rule, but one that in respot competitions you need to know, because holding that tee becomes so valuable, and if you can hold it like this, as you say, you're basically a back toucher.
So the call is they're 2 down. He's driving or playing weight through the edge of the blue bowl to get back to the red bowl. Will it hang on?
Well,
he's got the jack.
Tommy.
And
he's unlucky.
It's the same result. Ryan Burnett's bowl
very stiff.
He's still holding. He couldn't have played it any better.
Yeah, so he's absolutely guts the middle of the jack there, which has pushed the red shot bowl back with it. And we believe has remained 2 shots.
A wry smile from Thomas Webb. He knows how close that was to putting his team in front. Ryan Bester with a free kick here to try and advance his side's lead. But how far through is this going? Too far, in fact. I think only the one.
Yeah, one's the call.
Oh.
Wow. So I did cut it down.
Still anybody's game here.
So again, we can't win multiple ends in a row. 4 ends to go.
And once again, Bester's elected for this short length.
Yeah, it must be clear tactic here, because they've been winning the ones that have gone a bit longer. And these are the ends that Thomas Webb's side has been favouring for sure.
Good opening bowl by Mike Carroll. Perfect speed.
This has been a really funny game. No real momentum swings, just end for end. Bester and his team haven't won an end going in this direction since end 1.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, they just keep throwing that same length, and we're saying that about the St. John's team going the other direction. It's was it a time to try something different?
Well, it's always very easy from back here, though. I mean, we haven't put a bad bowl down yet.
That's exactly right. And I guess the thing is, when you're playing as well, is a lot of the time you don't have that time to think through those situations and really assess the game and what's working and what isn't. Like we've got the luxury here. We're writing it down on a bit of paper and making an account for it. But it's good. Another good shot there by Bryce. He's played well.
Is that a case of the skips maybe, or whoever's got the scorecard? Do they sit there and look and say, okay, this is the trend, and then confer with your team maybe in between ends, just to see if you might make any changes? So I know Barry Lester's one that does keep a scorecard on him, but not everybody likes to.
Yeah, great shot by Kevy Anderson there. Good question, Val. It's a team effort, definitely. Like, obviously the skip's got to control things, but a lot of the time you're trying to call the shots and do all this, so it does help if your whole team's thinking about those tactics and what could work. And so, Guy, they're just not reaching the head. But it's clear, as you said, it's clearly a tactic for Bester's team. Obviously, Ryan's got that big drive, so he's in trouble on those shorter lengths. He can really destroy the head. So, Kevy Anderson looking to try and get Best back.
And will do.
He's done well. 2 crackers there, Kev. He'd be happy with that.
So it's just squirreled out a shot on the cameras, but it's about a foot behind the tee, and a really handy spot there will prevent any silly weight, you'd think, from the St. John's Park team. But they've got a couple of catches that are a bit closer, and they can just pop it back.
Ryan Burnett has one of the more unique delivery stances where he kind of puts the bowl up very quickly and then releases.
He's got some unique things about him.
In
many areas, Ryan Burnett.
Very effective, yeah.
It is, but it's whatever works for you.
Like you Like you look across the green now, Val, in front of us, and not two people have got the same delivery. Everyone's unique.
Which I love.
Everyone's body moves differently. It's just about when you're starting, trying to, I guess, land on a delivery that is comfortable for you and something you can replicate time after time. Because that's the key. You've got to build that foundation and something you can call upon when the pressure's on. And, yeah, it doesn't matter what you look like. As long as the end delivery is bowls close, that's all that matters. Burnett looks to be a little bit quick still. He's going to get to a good home. Although he's not, he's going to crash.
Well, he's chipped another one.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that.
For St John's Park, there's another catcher for them.
Yeah, so I guess the call's a yard of weight or so, trying to get down to the shot bowl, sit it out, turn the ball onto the jack.
He's on the right sort of line to play it here.
Will it get back? Not quite.
Oh, that was the right sort of a line.
What an effort. Played perfect speed for the shot.
Well, St John's Park have got 3 slips there now, so they'll keep chipping away at that off over Tom Webb, even a little bit tighter, because he can go through his own at the front there onto the white.
Exactly right.
Whereas now for Ryan Bester, he's going to need something to break up that slips cordon.
Yeah, the old cover and count, as they call it. Just slip past the jack, counting and covering that trail. Looks to be a little bit quick, but can he get back to the shelf?
Dirty Brown.
Oh, he's done well. It's pretty good.
Well, it's still the only shot on for Thomas Webb.
Oh, Tommy won't be happy with that one.
Oh, he's dropped it short, yeah. Not a good time to be laying up.
Yeah, he really need to give himself a chance, because even if, as you said, Nick, got to his front bowl, even if he doesn't get the shot, he opens it up and gives himself a chance with his next. It's going to make it very difficult now. As you can see, Ryan Burnett, good call. Let's get back to the bottom of screen where the jack's going. Let's cover all bases and see what happens.
Ryan Bester.
He doesn't have the weight, but he may count here. He keeps running.
Yeah, I think that might just count. He's ended jack high.
Well,
pretty sure that's not where he was intending,
No.
but
Yeah.
It's worked.
there's a shelf to get off, though, now for Tom Webb. You can go through the front. You can get off the shelf. A little bit down
Thomas Webb.
the white bowl that we can see.
Well, he's definitely here this time.
He likes it a bit more, I think.
Not sure it's going to get back.
He's inquiring.
Another one just sliding past.
So it looks like 2, and it is.
And we get multiple ends in a row for the first time for this Bester combination since ends 1 and 2, and they lead it 11-7. Things are getting a little concerning for Thomas Webb and co.
Well, it's a funny one there, Andrew Howie, because like we've seen before, the tactic of the Ryan Bester team didn't look like it was going to be in for a great result there. It was a one great bowl from Kevin Anderson, but gee, there were a lot of ways that it could have gone bad for them.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Each end is one good bowl, and sometimes, you can't get out of it. But they'd be happy with that winning an end back in that direction. Now they can play, once again, their favourite length again coming here. So Mike Carroll, he's played well. Both leads, it's been a really good battle up front. They've both been really consistent.
So 11-7 with
It's another good opener.
3 ends to play, and sitting at, we've played an hour and 29 minutes. We will get through this very quickly.
So it's no time for panic yet. I mean, 3 ends to play. There's plenty of shots still available here, and the St John's Park team have shown enough that they know that they can chip away at this, but they do want to be winning this end.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They can't afford to let it get any further, let the team get any further ahead. I think it's just going to take one big bowl by Tommy Webb here to get his team back in it.
Bryce watching this intently in front of us. Oh. I thought he really liked that when he let it go.
So, Kevin Anderson, what have you got?
Got the jack.
He's really lifted here and he's knocked it closer to Mike Carroll, so might be two.
Yeah, it's a good bad shot. It probably, although they're holding, it's probably made it a little bit easier for the St. John's Park team. They can just sort of arrive. They've got a little bit of a target to play to.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Howie. It's looking more friendly. Yeah, that hangs on.
He's played perfect speed. Good sider for Guy. Another one thereabouts in the catching pen. As you can see, look at this bowl come home. Green is absolutely beautiful.
Well, seeing what his first one did.
That's a perfect shot. Covers and counts.
He's been in fine touch, has Kevin Anderson.
Well, Thompson's more interested.
Yeah, this is close, boys. Will it hang on? Oh, what an effort.
And it's still drifted. That hard turn you talked about, Andrew Howie.
Well, they're finding the St. John's Park team that they've missed by millimetres on a few shots here and they've just been punished for it. There's some real class here. Best of Burnett, Anderson and Mike Carroll.
Okay. Steve, what can he do? Needs to probably try and turn one of these heads over for his skip in Tommy. Give him a chance. What sort of weight has he got on this? He's not quite there.
Yeah, just another one where being short's going to be really costly. This Bester squad can take it away from you very quickly, although Ryan Burnett, do we think he's looking for the tee there?
I believe so. Just didn't quite have the weight. So quicker is the call. 2 on the tee. Remove a couple of bowls. Kill the jack.
Oh.
He's just missed it.
I liked that for a moment, then it started.
He played his backhand, yeah.
Started going backhand.
Yeah, they're the shots we're talking about there. When you're playing third and you're playing against such a class outfit in what Bester's side is, you need to really try and take those chances and make it a bit easier for your skip. So now, if Bester gets best back and gets to the tee, Tommy's in trouble again here, so...
Let's see how Ryan Bester goes here. If he can get a clear road. And he didn't. 2 on the tee is the call. So I think Tom will be winding up at this.
Big weight underneath. Got 1, 2, but one of his own.
Not bad. He's still got a few on the tee here.
It could be 3 on the tee now. I mean, it's a long way through, so I think...
Well, it's where Ryan Burnett has told Ryan Bester to go. Put his foot right on the tee and said, put it right here.
He's doing it again for us, Val.
Just to reiterate.
Must be listening in. The umpires will be on a digital devices policy.
I think that shows how important it is to get there. If Ryan's indicated twice to him, make sure you get to the tee.
And he hasn't, though.
Well, that helps. That's Kevin Anderson's bowl. At worst, they're 1 down on the tee now.
Thomas Webb, this is a really big bowl. Really big bowl.
Less weight, but still quick.
Will it hang on? Will it hang on? Val, have you gone off early?
I committed. But I think that's still one down.
I think you might find it could be 2, that. Kevy Anderson's bowl still potentially counted.
Yeah, I like it for 2 still.
Yep.
And as Tom's flipping the scoreboard over, it does go to 13-7. So they kind of have to start chasing now. Tom Webb said this was very similar to their first game. They were in the hunt and had to chase at the end and ended up losing by 7 shots. At this point in this section, you're going to have to win this game if you're going to be any chance of getting out of the section and getting a next best qualifier.
We've got 2 ends to make up 6.
Yeah, so 3 and over in cricket terms. It is doable, but it's going to be very hard.
Yeah, very tough from here, I think. As we see Bryce, he's done it again. Brilliant. He's probably been just about the player on the rink,
I was going to say, I reckon he'd get my 3 points in players player today. He's well away again here.
Got Liam listening on. He's having to listen on mute as I'm next to my sleeping 2-year-old in the car. Best is number 2, setting up the game, playing magnificently, and that number 2 is Kevin Anderson.
Let's see what the call is. Is it? It's Wait. Kevy Anderson, not messing around. Oh, Kevy, brilliant.
So,
And just like that, Bryce's good work has been destroyed.
So straight back on the tee. Val's going to zoom out for us. So Kevin's stayed in bounds. He's about a metre to the left-hand side of the centre line there, the number 22. And Guy has gone just a bit too big there, overplayed it a fraction. And now we'll see Kevin from drive to draw. He might get some more applause from Mr. Bester there.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Well played, Kevy. 2 crackers there.
Just getting a question on who the next match is, and it's Michael Taylor, Alan Bruh, Johan Rabach, Michael Brennan. They're up against Isaac Morn, Anthony Parker, David Minns, and Jared Davies. Should be a good match.
We might double check some of that pronunciation before we get going there, Val. There's a few tricky ones there. Could be Alan Bro.
Bro, yes. Might be the guy that used to host Spicks and Specs. That was his name, wasn't it?
Yes. Alongside Miff and Adam Hills.
It's a good show.
So a bit of a drawing contest now. All the bowls you see at the top of your screen were pretty useful.
He's done well. Was going a bit, but he got the right connection.
So yeah, the Kevin Anderson kill. Let's put the jack all the way to the back of the rink. And we favour it's 1 shot now to the St John's Park Thomas Webb team. Ryan Burnett needs to get past his own to be a chance.
He's close. Did it get enough?
Not quite.
No. Not far away.
Tom Webb there, very casual. Yep, backhand, another one. This looks to be pretty tight.
Well, I think we know what's coming, boys. Does he play weight? Remove the bowl. Jack in the pit. On the backhand.
Well, they've got that toucher in the ditch, of course.
Would seal the match. It is. Backhand. Swing weight.
Yeah, a 2 here.
Oh, no. He's changed his mind. He's swinging on the forehand. He's just indicated. Looks a bit better. Still can get the same result. little bit quick to allow the turn.
He's got one more opportunity, though.
Well, Tom Webb really wants to put the pressure on here.
Make it as difficult as he can.
Well,
That's really going to
for
make
two.
it hard.
That's put the pressure on. That has put the pressure on. So Ryan Bester sends his final bowl down of this second last end.
Yeah, Ryan Burnett asked him to slow it down.
Yeah, he didn't. He still overplayed it.
So
Okay.
free kick here, Tom Webb. Now, we did say it was 3 and over.
This is important. This needs to count.
If he can make this one count for a 3, we're game on going into the last.
Has he got the weight?
Needs to run.
And we got past the front. That was the first part. But he's
Okay.
wound up short. So 2. So 9 shots to 13. And as we saw in our last game, a 4 required on the final end to tie the contest.
Okay, Bryce, what can he produce? He's been outstanding all game. Just drifting through, probably about 1.5 yards.
Well, he wasn't short. That was the most important part.
That's right. You don't get
First
many
one.
falls not reaching the head, so I'd expect him to correct on that. So great start by Mike Carroll.
Also
known
not
as-
short.
Known as Sauce.
There's a few nicknames like sauce around the traps in the sporting world. So
He's done well again here. What a great shot.
sensational. But did he want to be further on? Because that may not come into the equation.
Yeah, I think it's good for now. His first one was passed. He's given his team a chance. The important one's now going to be Guy. He needs to try and build the head with both his bowls. And Mike is very close again. Great shooting.
Well, he had the right sort of line there, Guy.
Needs to miss now and just get right past. It's not a bad result.
2 now at the back of the rink for St John's Park, the Thomas Webb team. Kevin, if he's going to miss anywhere, he wants to miss back, but he's added in another. I'll turn that one down.
Okay. Calls Jack in the pit.
Oh,
Kevin Anderson.
Just needs to get past now. That's all he needs to do. It's going to be very hard from here. He hasn't. Oh, he's made
and
it
he's
worse.
fattened it right up. I'd be going very quick at that again.
I think he's just got to play that nice weight, trail the jack right into the ditch. But he must get this with his first to give his team a chance.
Not far.
Close. Needs all of it. Oh.
Oh, my God.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's some good news coming out of this. That bowl is a toucher for St John's Park in the ditch. The jack is back on the tee, and it's still pretty hittable.
Yes,
There's-
you're
that's
right,
the
Nate.
good
Good
news.
call. Good call. There's still a chance.
You know, he was very unlucky. The jack bounced around, it jumped over a bowl.
Ryan Burnett trying to get it back.
I think he might be going swimming here.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Okay, Steve. This is the moment you dream of.
Well,
Sink the jack in the ditch for 4.
I mean, play it again, Sam.
Exact same thing he needs.
Oh,
He's under this time.
Swapped hands. That's interesting.
That's bizarre.
That's really interesting why you would swap. He's just played a great shot on his forehand. He swapped to the backhand. Nevertheless, it's
That's twice though, Howie, that he's chosen when given the option to play the backhand. So obviously that's the hand he's confident with. But when you've just nailed it, the forehand, it's a curious decision.
So Ryan Burnett went swimming with his first. Needs to put another one close.
Well,
or behind.
Needs something behind as well, though. You can't have them everywhere.
He needs to keep running now.
My favourite's still going to be, if he can run the jack into the ditch here, Thomas Webb, my favourite's still going to be 4.
Very hard to get to as well, if he can guts it.
Thomas Webb, this is a huge bowl. Got one left after this. A 4 is what they need to tie it. A 5 will win it. 5s are incredibly hard to get, but we've seen it happen already once today.
He's
Thomas
away.
Webb.
Doesn't like it.
He's just missed.
Okay.
But crucially, he didn't disturb any of his bowls at the back of the rink there, Andrew Howie. So
That's true. Still a chance.
there is still a 4 on here.
Ryan Bester. Take one of his finest draw shots. Draw to the lip of the ditch. Try and prevent a 4.
Well, he knows every inch of this surface.
On a World Championships gold medal out here.
And he's just gone too quick. All right, well,
Okay.
like you say, the shots you dream about is the skip.
Better. Out of the hand. How's he going?
Always a chance.
Thomas Webb. He's under.
Needs to hang.
Oh, what a great effort.
Well, he's killed it, but respot's no good.
So I'd say they're what? 2 down?
Yeah, 2 down. I'll give it.
They'll shake hands. They know they've won, but Ryan Bester will want to get them one extra shot because all of them matter in this sectional round. So Ryan Bester looking to put this one in. I'd say this is 2. Will it be a 3rd?
Not sure.
Yeah, not 100% sure what that score is. They haven't made any sort of signal or anything like that, but
we'll keep our eyes out, but it's the result's not in doubt. It's at least 15 shots to 9 to the Ryan Bester team over the Thomas Webb skipped team from St John's Park.
Yep, they have got the job done. They go 2-0 to commence proceedings here in their 2024 Australian Open campaign. We're going to wrap things up from session 2. We'll be back in just under an hour's time for the final session of day 6 here at the Broadbeach Bowls Club. A big thank you to you, Andrew Howie, and you, Nick Hind. We'll see you both very shortly.
Thanks, Val.
On you, mate.
And looking forward to that final session. Men's force action at the Broadbeach Bowls Club, of course. The AO proudly supported by Tourism and Events Queensland and Experience Gold Coast. What a perfect place to be in June. We'll see you soon.